Oh, here I am. I think. Just need to make sure it's working on my end on YouTube. Okay, that works. So nobody's entered the stream quite yet. Says there are two people watching. I'll wait till more people jump in if possible. Right now, I'm using StreamYard because Streamlabs is giving me such a headache. Um, Okay, Joshua Walters, welcome. I'm doing very well. Thank you for joining this live stream. Basically, it's similar to what I'll be doing, what I did last year, where I just kind of did a live stream on what my plans were for YouTube. And I had everything planned out, but Streamlabs decided to crap out on me. So here we are. I'm using StreamYard right now. I had to switch to Google Chrome because it's been a while since I've done one of these. So I'll answer this question right here. Do you have plans to review Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio that just came out on Netflix? I do actually. I did see it a couple days ago, but because it's the holidays, due to work, a recent job promotion that I've been training for, and just so many stuff in general that I haven't had the time. You probably won't see it until next week. Um, Hi, Mr. Real Robinson. What's up? What has been your favorite movie so far? Are you talking about this year? Because this year it probably won't change, but it's been Top Gun Maverick. So I'm gonna just post the link on certain social media platforms. That way we can get this thing going. I'll just let more people come in. Yeah, so I actually got back from watching The Fabelmans, Steven Spielberg's film that I've been putting off for a couple days because I've just been so busy, but I finally saw it. I'll review that sometime after Christmas happens. Um, so there's a lot of Q&A stuff. You know what? Why not? Why don't I just do a bit of Q&A? I'll just have a brief Q&A segment before I get into the other stuff. That way, it just gives people time to hop in. So, uh, William Clark says, "Hello, Mr. Robinson. Hello, glad you could join us." Psycho says, "What is your favorite Hitchcock movie? Top five?" Well, I mean, I did have my best movies, my favorite movies of all time list contains several Hitchcock movies, and they're pretty much the top five that everyone seems to go to. Well, no, actually, no, because I dig Vertigo, but it's not one of my favorites. It would be North by Northwest, Psycho, The Birds, Rope, and my favorite, Rear Window. So that's what I have to say in terms of Hitchcock movies. Did you see the second trailer for the Super Mario Brothers movie? And did you also see the clip that was released at the Game Awards? I have seen both of them. I want to give it the benefit of the doubt because it looks really fun, but I know Illumination doesn't really aim that high. But I guess the good thing about them not aiming high is that worst case scenario, it's not going to be a terrible movie. It's just going to be average, which is better than what you could say about the Mario Brothers movie with John Leguizamo and Bob Hoskins. Bob Hop, yeah, Bob Hoskins. Um, oh yeah, I never have you heard the announcement that Disney did Bob. Yeah, this happened a while ago that they brought Bob Iger back because Bob Chapek was just running Disney into the ground, and I think I actually didn't expect this to happen so soon, but it doesn't surprise me because even within the theme park community, Bob Chapek has always been somebody that theme park employees haven't liked. I work over at Universal Studios Hollywood, so the team members there are fully aware of how much the Disney cast members don't like Bob Chapek. But he's gone, and he got millions of dollars to go away and just stop talking. How can I do that? How can I get a company to just give me $1 million to go away? I'd do that. Um, if Knives Out 3 is as great as the first two, will this series be your new favorite trilogy? It could be. I mean, I like how each movie is pretty much their own thing. There's no real connective tissue outside of uh God, I am blanking on the character's name. Daniel Craig's character. Let me look that up. Uh, Benno Blanc. Yeah, there you go. Just talked about this. Are you a little bit worried about Illumination Super Mario Brothers movie? Yeah, I really just did talk about that. We'll see what happens. Worst case scenario, it'll just be average. But best case scenario, it'll be great. I'm hoping for the latter. I really am. I'm not a big Illumination fan, but I want them to succeed. Okay, 6 people. If you yeah, we got 6 people here and only 4. Future filmmaker reviews with Joshua says hello Alex. Hello there. Hello there. Um yeah, 6 people watching. If you're the other 2 who are tuning in but have not commented, make yourself known. We're all fine here. So, I mean, this live stream is gonna stay up for a while, but I just start getting into the big news, not news, but just more what I want to do with my channel going forward for 2023. So it's gonna be my 10 years. I've been on this YouTube channel 10 years. April 20th, 2013 was when I started. I didn't expect to go this long, but here we are. Anyway, so for 2023, I do have some stuff some videos I want to do are set in stone. Mr. Docs says hello. Been following you since 2012, so I assume that I did, yeah. So that I'm assuming you're referring to my when I did movie reviews on my old YouTube channel, the one I started way back in 2006. So glad you're still around. For Glass Onion, Knives Out mystery, is there no sex scenes or nudity in the movie? It's PG-13. It's much like the first Knives Out movie. So no, there are no sex scenes or nudity whatsoever. Uh, I did see Puss in Boots last week. Yeah, last week actually. And I will be reviewing it. You see Tom Cruise jumping out of a plane to thank his fans while shooting Mission Impossible. I have that. Tom Cruise really is just nuts. He is absolutely crazy, and I got nothing to say beyond that. He's just insane. Okay, okay. I think we're done with the Q&A stuff for a while. It's been about 10 minutes. So here's what I have planned for 2023. Here's the videos that I want to make that are set in stone. Um, the Scream sequels. So Scream 5 came out earlier this year, and I really did like it quite a bit, but I never saw Screams 2, 3, and 4. And with Scream 6 coming out this year, I'm going to rectify that error and not only watch but review the Scream sequels. And there's stuff happening beyond me. I live down the block from a fire station, so this happens often. I do apologize. Um so yeah, the Scream reviews for the Scream movies will definitely happen. So with Transformers Rise of the Beasts coming out, I have given this some thought, and I know I can't remember who it was, but they've constantly asked me, this somebody who's been yeah, if you're let me get my thoughts straight for a second. Ever since I reviewed Ambulance, I've had one, commenter asking me, will I be reviewing any Michael Bay movies? And, in honor, or I guess I don't know how much of an honor this is, but for Transformers, Rise of the Beast coming out this next summer, I will be reviewing the first three Michael Bay Transformers movies, and that way I could finally give a proper review for Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen, since I despise that movie so much. Might as well give it a full proper review and give that movie closure. And on that note, Joshua Walter says, "Eventually, do you want to list your worst movies of all time?" At some point, I've actually toyed around with the idea of doing that list because I actually did a version of that list in my as like my 100th video for this channel, but that was when I was younger and a little more stupid. So that I thought about updating that list. So that might be coming, but yeah, so far the Scream sequels and the first three Michael Bay Transformers movies will be on my agenda for reviews. I will not be reviewing Transformers: The Last Night. I still need. I don't know. It's been it's been 5 years since that movie came out. It flopped. The franchise has moved on. So if there's enough demand, let me say this right now. I've avoided it for this long. The movie flopped when it came out. It killed the Michael Bay. Michael Bay hasn't come back to the Transformers movies outside of being a producer, and even then, it's hard to say how much influence he's actually had on Bumblebee and how much influence he'll have on Rise of the Beast. But if there's enough demand, I will squeeze in Transformers: The Last Night. But again, there has to be enough demand for it because I don't think I can take 2.5 hours of watching that movie. So we'll see. I do plan to review the first three Michael Bay Transformers, but Last Night, we'll see. And yeah, I just just talked about this. It's a shame that I already reviewed the Indiana Jones movies. It's a shame I already reviewed the Indiana Jones movies when Solo came out, because this would have been the perfect opportunity to review those movies when the fifth Indiana Jones movie came out, The Dial of Destiny, which I don't know I don't know how I feel about the name of that movie, but I don't know. It could be fun. The odd numbered Indiana Jones movies seem to be better than the even numbered ones. So we will see. DT Legacy, welcome to the stream. Have you seen Sonic Prime yet? No, I have not. I am not a huge Sonic fan. I did enjoy Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the movie from this year, but I just don't. I'm more of a Mario guy. I'm Team Mario more than Team Sonic. Save yourself from the last night, says William Clark. I don't know. Some people just love to watch their favorite YouTubers suffer, whether it's watching and reviewing a really terrible movie or playing a shitty game. So we'll see. Again, if there's enough demand, I'll review Transformers: Last Night. If not, then I will continue to avoid that movie like the plague. Okay, so Transformers, Scream. I mentioned this when I reviewed The Giant Claw back in October. I had plans to review some other movies for Halloween. An updated review for the Japanese film House, John Carpenter's They Live, and the 1990 monster movie Tremors. Obviously, that didn't work out because I caught COVID, so I was not feeling well, so I could not review those other movies. So those will be part of my series of Halloween reviews next year, along with 5-ish movies that I had planned for next year already. And on that note, I did see another comment referring to Halloween. Where is it? Give me a second. Ah, there we go. From Darth Maul. Wait a minute. That's not Darth Maul. That looks like Doctor Who. Anyway, joking aside, I was following your channel since 2018. You were reviewing every Halloween movie. Thank you for that, Darth Maul. And I hope by reading your comment, you do not force choke me. Um. Anyway, okay. So, will I be bringing back the Alexandra movie show? Could you give me a little more clarification on what that is? Because I don't think. Are you talking about like a podcast? Because if so, I've been trying to do that for some time, but I just haven't had the time. Anyway, moving on. Moving on. I'll get to the big announcement soon. So, just hang tight, folks. Two other another review that is set in stone will be finally I'll be doing an updated review for the entire Community series because they finally announced the long awaited movie on Peacock. At long last, we are getting our full 6 seasons and a movie. And I think that would be the perfect time to review Community because I did want to review it last year in 2021, back when the pandemic was still going on and I was still out of a job. I was still unemployed, so I had lots of free time on my hands. But with a Community movie finally on the horizon, I think there's no better time than next year to review the show. Do you have plans to review for another series of retro reviews like on Blue Sky or any other series of animated films? I have toyed around with the idea of reviewing all the DreamWorks movies, but the Disney movies, reviewing all those wore me out to the point where I had to take a break. That's why you didn't see that many retro reviews from me this year, because having to review 52 Disney movies every week of 1 year was so it took a lot out of me mentally and physically. Are you seeing The Whale this week? No, I am not, but I am seeing Babylon. I plan to see The Whale at some point. Did you hear Futurama's coming back? Yes, I did. How many times can that show have a series finale? This would be the third one because they revived it for Comedy Central and now they're reviving it for Hulu. Oh well. Okay, so Scream, Transformers, Community, my Halloween reviews, or at least some of them. I won't reveal the whole list of the horror movies I'll be reviewing for Halloween. Since next year will be the 10-year anniversary of Return of the King winning Best Picture, I will finally be getting around to reviewing the Lord of the Rings trilogy. So that's something that's always been on my to-do list ever since it made it into the bottom half of my top 100 list. That'll be exciting. And there will be occasional theme park related videos that I post throughout. But now that I got that out of the way, that's all I plan to do in terms of videos for next year. Here's the big announcement. Here's the big announcement that I plan to do for next year. I'm going to be changing the channel name. So I'm officially going to be retiring the Real Mr. Robinson name and just using my own name. The reason for that is because I just don't I don't know, the Real Mr. Robinson name has always felt a little gimmicky as time goes on, but nothing's going to change about the videos that I put out in general. It's just going to be it's going to be the same content that I'm giving you guys right now, just under a different name. Still the same movie reviews, still the same theme park stuff. You're still going to get me. I'm not changing myself. So yeah, the Real Mr. Robinson right here. That's it's not going to go away. It's not going to go away immediately. I'm going to finish out 2022 with the Real Mr. Robinson, but starting next year, I think after I do my best of and worst of lists, I will be going to just by my regular name because like Chris Stuckman uses his regular name for his channel. Sean Chandler uses his regular name. Jeremy Johns. There's so many there's so many YouTubers out there that just use their regular names for their channels. And I figured That's just more simple. Why don't I just do that? So it's been a good run. This name has had a good 7-year run. I changed it back in 2007 from no 2015 with because the channel name used to be The Cinemas with Mr. Robinson, and that was a mouthful. Real Mr. Robinson just kind of rolled off the tongue a little more. But yeah, I think it's just best to change the name to the Real Mr. Robinson. And I get Justin Toner, hello there, is saying, just keep being you. Again, don't worry. Nothing about me and the contents of this channel will change. It's just going to be a channel change name, and we'll see what the results are. And Ty Jensen, hello there, says using your own name is better. So yeah, so I will be changing my name to just plain old Alexander Robinson once 2023 comes around. That's pretty much the major announcement. So for anyone who missed this in the live stream, I'll change the title of this video uh, and add a thumbnail to show that, yeah, there's going to be a channel change. Again, it's not going to happen right away. I'm still going to finish out the year as the Real Mr. Robinson, but come next year, it'll be Alexander Robinson. And that's pretty much it. We've been on for about 23 minutes, so I will answer a few more questions before we go. Um, did you see 3,000 Years of Longing and Beast this year? I did not see 3,000 Years Longing. That is George Miller's most recent movie. It flopped. It just kind of came and went, and it didn't really get fantastic word of mouth. I mean, there's some people that loved it. Like I know Drew McWeeny loved the movie, but I just didn't really. What came out? What came out at the time that kept me from seeing it? Because I feel like something. No, I feel like something massive came out that same time. Where I just didn't bother to see it. Okay, it came out in late August. Oh, you know what? That was actually a time where I didn't go to the movies because I was getting really slammed with work. So I just didn't have the time because yeah, I work at Universal Studios. So we were nearing the end of the summer, and I just said, you know what? I'd rather focus on work and then just uh, just finish out my just finish out my just finish out my year. Have I seen Encino Man? Yes, I have. A couple of years ago at a friend's house, and I hated it. I mean, I can't stand Pauly Shore in general, but yeah, that movie, not a fan. Not a fan at all. Joshua Walter says, if you were going to list the worst movies of all time list, in your own opinion, how many movies would you put on the list? It's only going to be 10. It's hard to pick out what your favorite movies of all time are, but it's pretty damn easy to pick out what your least favorite movies are. I'm not going to spend a whole series. I'm not going to spend months talking about my least favorite movies of all time like I did with my favorites. It's just going to be 10 movies because I'd rather focus my time. I'm taking the Chris Stuckman approach, where I'd rather focus my time talking about what I love about movies rather than what I just hate. Mr. Doc says, what do you think about them rebooting Superman? I've never been a fan of Henry Cavill's Superman, and it's not Henry Cavill's fault. It's mainly because you had a studio that was rushing a cinematic universe, and you had a director who didn't like Superman at all. And when you watch Zack Snyder's Justice League, it's pretty clear that Superman is just an afterthought for Zack Snyder, and he doesn't really fit with the rest of the team. Ironically, since his death is the reason they all come together. Come together right now. whatever. I did not see Insomnia. I've seen the original version with Stellan Skarsgård, but I did not see Christopher Nolan's remake of Insomnia with Al Pacino and Robin Williams. That is, there were two Christopher Nolan movies that I have not seen. That and is it The Prestige? The one he did right between Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. Those are the two I have not seen. Uh, Joshua Walters also asks, is there going to be any more Fantastic Beasts movies after the third one, or is that pretty much the last one and they're not planning on making any more movies? I think they're done. I don't see any reason for that series to continue whatsoever. And yeah, it's not. There's no reason to continue. There was no reason at all to make to plan 5 movies for something that really could barely sustain one movie. And considering J.K. Rowling's views on well, basically just her transphobic nature in general. That's a tricky subject because it's like I still love the Harry Potter series, but I really cannot support her atrocious attitude on social media. Eventually, you got plans to review Adam Sandler's garbage 2002 Eight Crazy Nights, right? Oh, that's going to require a lot of alcohol to do that. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh marshmallow boy. In the words of Michael Jackson from Conan's Via Satellite Bits. All right, now Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, or the possibility that she might not be Wonder Woman anymore. That will be a little sad because I love the first movie. I don't dislike Wonder Woman 1984 as much as so many other people, but looking back on it, I admit it's not all that good. But the hate for it is ridiculous. It'll be sad to see her go. Honestly, I think it would be more of a tragedy to see Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn go, because for me, more than any of the Justice League members, she was always the MVP of the DC Extended Universe. Um, William Clark says, ironically, Corey from Double Toasted is reviewing Eight Crazy Nights right now. Is their stream going on right now? Huh. I guess I better check that out because Eight Cr- I outside of Jack and Jill, Eight Crazy Nights is the single worst Adam Sandler movie ever. Like it's just so terrible in all accounts. MP.4 asks, will you review Titanic? I actually did review Titanic back in like November 30th. I reviewed Titanic in prep for Avatar The Way of Water. So you know what? While I'm here, uh, we're gonna start wrapping things up soon, but I'm going to just post a link to I want to post a link to the review. That way you could go check it out for yourself. And okay, the link should be up in the channel right now for anyone who's not seen the Titanic review. And it has so low reviews. The views on it are really low, so please check it out. DT Legacy asks, will you review South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut? At some point. I don't watch South Park that frequently, but it never fails to make me laugh the times I do watch it. And I know the movie is like a huge parts of the movie, from what I understand, are commentaries on the hypocrisy of the MPA and how they rate movies. By the way, DT Legacy, is the DT in your name, is that for Double Toasted or is that for something else? Let me know in the comments below. Speaking of Double Toasted, I have seen their review for the My Little Pony movie. There, yeah, it's that review is one of their My favorite review of theirs, if we're talking about double toasted era, would probably have to be for Diary of a Wimpy Kid 4. Uh, would you say Rambo Last Blood is the worst movie in the Rambo series? Yes, I would. And with that, do you have plans to do a ranking of all the Rambo movies from worst to best? I mean, there's not a whole lot of movies to rank. Unlike Godzilla, Gamera, or Kong, or Star Wars, Marvel, DC, Fast and Furious. There's not a whole lot of movies that really warrant, like, 5 movies doesn't really warrant its own ranking video. I mean, I can actually rank them right now. From worst to best: Rambo Last Blood, Rambo Last Blood, Rambo 3, Rambo from 2008, Rambo First Blood Part 2, and First Blood. So that's how I rank them. It's like if people were to ask me, "Oh, how do you rank the Jurassic Park movies?" or "How do you rank the Jaws movies?" I mean, for both franchises, I just rank them from best to worst, like in the order they came out. Each movie gets progressively worse as the franchise goes on. Um, Joshua Walters has 2 Muppet related questions. First of all, Muppet Christmas Carol celebrates its 30th anniversary this year, which, God, that makes me old. Makes me feel old, which, and that's not really a question, but whatever. And but the actual question is, hold on. You realize Muppet Christmas Carol was re-released on Disney Plus with the deleted song "The Love When Love Is Gone." Yes, I hate that you have to go under extras in order to find the full version, but I always remember that version being on the VHS version I had of Muppet Christmas Carol back in the day. So I was so confused when the Disney Plus and all other VOD versions did not have it. It's good that's back in. Okay, been on for over 30 minutes. I've got some videos I have to make. I guess I should just round off this stream talking about what's coming for the rest of the year. Well, I've got some theme park related videos coming up. I went to Disneyland the past a couple weeks ago actually, and I planned to do a vlog, but I just didn't really have the strength or just interest to do one. But I did 2 videos. One was it's a Small World holiday. The other is Haunted Mansion holiday. So I'll be uploading full ride through videos of both those attractions. I'm gonna head to Universal Studios Hollywood at some point as a guest to take a look at all the Christmas decorations and the Christmas events they have there. I am planning to review Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special and Hawkeye, which I'm actually going to record one of those reviews after I get off this stream. And after Christmas, the best and worst of lists, as well as hopeful reviews for movies like Babylon, Puss in Boots, The Menu, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, and The Fablemans. So, oh Jesus, I'm gonna work myself to death. Whatever. I do it for y'all. I do it for you guys out there, and I also do it for myself in a way. View as much as YouTube has been trying to screw me over with disappearing views. Views are not important as long as I keep that passion going. That's all that matters. So I'm gonna hop off again. Come 2023, the channel will have a name change just to Alexander Robinson. The real Mr. Robinson will soon be no more, but everything else will stay the same. I'm not changing personality wise. The content is not changing. It's only the channel name that is changing. So thank you guys so much for sticking around for these nearly 10 years on YouTube, at least in this incarnation. And yep, we'll log off. Make sure to follow me on certain social media platforms like Instagram. If you are on Hive Social, you can find me there. That's the brand new Twitter alternative, since their new owner is driving Twitter to the ground, and I don't imagine it's going to be around for very long. You can find me there. You can find me on letterbox.com. And I think Twitch might be done. I think I might be done with Twitch. Um at least until further notice. But you can find me on Letterboxd, Instagram, and Hive Social. And one more thing, I know you refused to watch Pinocchio: A True Story with Pauly Shore. Don't think I ever said I wouldn't review it. Well, maybe I did when I reviewed the terrible Disney Plus version, but I don't know. I don't have any interest to watch it or review it. Anyway, oh, excuse me. Okay, I gotta hop off. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and this will be one of the few times. Oh no, I retired the this. There's only one real Mr. Robinson send off, but yeah, I gotta get my head straight. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, watching the videos. Have a good evening, and take care of yourselves.